Very good morning to you and a warm welcome to Trinity this morning, whether you are in the building with us or watching online. Today is an all-age service, and you may have noticed as you walked in that things in the back corner look a little bit different to normal. This is an area for our very young children to enjoy when staying in your seat becomes a little bit too much. We ask that if you take your child over there, that you stay with them and supervise them, but please don't worry if they make a noise. We're a family here and we expect children to make noise, and they are very welcome in the service if they do. We also don't mind if they need to move around the room a bit, so please don't feel like you have to take them out. I personally love to see our children and hear them as they're taking part in our service, whether this is planned noise or not. They are very welcome. A few notices to start. As it's the summer, we have no Trinity Tots for the next few weeks, and I'm taking the opportunity to have a deep clean of all of our toys. I've taken home a few carloads already, but as you can imagine, it's a big job. So I really would appreciate it if a few people could help me out. I have some boxes of toys over at the side over here, and it would be really great if I could just have 6 people to take a box home and clean it. In some of them, there are dressing up clothes. They just need to go through the washing machine. In other boxes, there are things that just need a good clean, however you choose to do it. I usually run a big bubble bath and let it all have a soak in there, give it a rinse out and then leave it to dry on a towel, but whatever works best for you. Those of you that work with small children will know that things that start in a box don't always end up in a box. So if you take a box home and you think there's dinosaurs in a kitchen box, they clearly don't belong there, please could you just put them in a carrier bag inside the box, and that will show me that there's something that needs to be rehoused to its proper place again. So that would be great if a few volunteers could take those home for me just to help me out with that. There's a few things to draw your attention to on the news sheet, including staff holidays over the summer period. If you need anything while any member of staff is away, then please contact a deacon who will be able to help. Oasis is restarting again this Tuesday. Woo. So come along for a piece of cake. It would be great to see lots of you there. Also, drawing your attention to Spark in the Park and Lark in the Park, which are happening in the next couple of weeks. Have a look at your news sheet to find out more information on these events. And the last thing, the side entrance flooring is being replaced from the 1st to the 5th of August. Dave Camp has already spoken to those of you that he knows will be in the building during that time, but if you are planning to be in the building and he doesn't know about it, then please could you let him know. Okay. This week is the end of term for many of us and the start of some much needed rest. So if you come here today feeling tired and weary from the end of term, that's all right. I do. God can handle that. If you woke up this morning and you didn't feel like coming today, but you got up and you came anyway, then I'm really glad you did. I read something this week while I was preparing for this service, and it really spoke to me as I was feeling the end of term weariness. Craig Groeschel, who is the founder of Life Church in America, said, "But just as your body needs sleep, your soul needs time to find rest in God, to learn more about him, to talk to him, to worship and praise him, and to have fellowship with other brothers and sisters." So this morning, let's come and find rest in God and seek the respite from all that is going on outside these doors as we come together to worship him. I'm going to hand over to Liz and the music group now.
Good morning. Would you like to stand with us? prosper thy work and defend us. Surely his goodness and mercy will daily attend us. Wonder anew what the Almighty can do. Who with his love doth befriend us. Praise to the Lord, oh let all that is in me adore him. Come now, has life and breath, come now with praises before him. Let the amen sound from his people again. And people really adore him. Let the amen sound from his people again. People really adore him. So before our next song, if you'd like to take part in our noise making this morning, then there is a box of instruments down at the front. If you don't have anything, come, now's your moment, come and grab it. It's full, and it's great to see those instruments being used. So we definitely want them for the next song, so do come and help yourself anytime you want to. Ready? From the rising to the setting sun, all creation sings an endless song. Be praised, God be praised. From the valley to the mountain top, we will join in the angels' song. Be praised, God be praised. So we're lifting up a shout to heaven, and we're singing over all the earth. You alone are worthy, you are worthy to be praised. We're singing now, oh, 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 oh. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy. You are closer than the air we breathe, and vast beyond the galaxies. Be praised, God be praised. You hold the world in your mighty hand, and you are holding me right now. Be praised, God be praised. So we're lifting up a shout to heaven, and we're singing over all the earth. You alone are worthy, you are worthy to be praised. We're singing now. You are forevermore, you'll be praised, be praised. So we're lifting up a shout to heaven, and we're singing over all the earth. You alone are worthy, you are worthy to be praised. Up and shout to heaven, and we're singing over all the earth. You alone are worthy, you are worthy to be praised. We're singing now. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy. You are worthy,
Okay, if you would like to take your seats. Okay, I have a number of pictures in my hand that are going to give us a clue about the topic for today's service. I need some volunteers to come and hold them up for me. I didn't prep them, I promise. Okay, you two, David, Grace. Let's see how many I've got. Any more volunteers? I think I need some more. Freya. Okay, check you've only got one. Okay, I need one more. Faith, come on then. You got volunteered from all around you, so it's nothing scary, I promise. Okay, just hold these up so everyone can see. Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious what everything is. So I want you to put yourselves in order from the most bright at that end to the least bright at this end. Work together as a team, have a chat, see what you think, and work out. David's very sure he should be down this end. Oh, I think I agree with David. I think the fireworks should go that way a little bit. Think about how they light up the whole sky. Shimmy down a little bit. David is very sure about this. I like your assertiveness, David. Okay, hold them up so we can see. Do we agree? Doesn't have to be exact. Jack, you disagree. What do you disagree with, Jack? You think the torch and the light bulb are the wrong way round. Swap over then, girls. Torch and light bulb around the other way. Is that better, Jack? Yeah. Good. Jack's happy. We're all happy. Right. Okay, so these are lots of different examples of light. And there are only a few of them. There are more. But they all have the same purposes, but they aren't all as bright as each other. Okay, so you can go and sit down. Pass me back your lights. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so the question is, why do we need light? Who can tell me why we need light? What do we think? Hannah, you're going to have to speak in a big voice. I'm getting old. So we can see. Excellent. So we need light so we can see. It's as simple as that. It enables us to see in the dark. Have you ever been in a truly dark room or been somewhere else where it's pitch black? It is impossible to see where you are or what is around you. Light shines into the dark, into dark places and illuminates them. Walking in the dark, when you can't see where you're going or what is around you, can be scary. So, we're going to play a little game now. I'm going to ask my beautiful assistants to help me with the table on the stage. And we're going to play a game to see just how important light is to us. Just pop it there. Okay, so for this one, I need 4 volunteers. 4 different volunteers would be great. Hannah, come down. Sam, over you come. Anyone else? Scanning around. Jimmy, come on, you'd be good at this. I'm picking on you now. Jimmy, I need one more. Oliver, come down. Look, that's a very reluctant volunteer, but I'm taking it. Okay, so come and stand behind this table. And I'm going to give you all some tasks to do. Give me a moment. Right, you have to squidge you along a little bit so you can all fit in. Okay, right, I'll explain to you in case you can't see what's going on this table. And you, because you look a bit confused. Okay, in this pot, there are several different coloured beads. Your job is to sort them into the cups in the right colour, okay? You've got 4 different colour beads in there, 4 different colour cups, and you've got 45 seconds to do it. Don't start yet. Jimmy, you've got a piece of paper that says true and false. And you've got a number of different statements written on pieces of paper. For example, the first one says, I'm going to have a screen-free week this week. No TV, no phones. Lanyon looks very happy about this. And he's going to put it on true or false. Okay? Hannah, you are going to draw me a picture of your house. Okay? Make it as colourful as you can. Okay? And Oliver, I want you to write your full name in the letter tiles. You've all got 45 minutes to complete the task. Seconds. Be here a long time, won't we? All got 45 seconds to complete the task. How do you think that sounds? Do you think it's manageable? Yeah. You can do it. 45 seconds, that's fine. But the thing is, there's something I didn't tell you. You're all going to be wearing one of these. Pop it on. Be careful what you're agreeing to, Jimmy. Don't cheat. I'll know if you cheated. Oliver, pop that on. Okay. Are we ready? I'm going to move the glasses just so they don't get taken off the table. Right. I'm going to mix up these so you can't see. Everybody ready? On your marks, get set, go. Okay, you've got 10 seconds left. I wouldn't be cheering if I were you, Sam. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so how do we find that task, Sam?
Very easy.
Very easy. How successful were you at your task? I mean, you have some of the right colour, but not many. None in that one. That's, yep, okay. And Jimmy, you can take your blindfold off now. Let's see what you agreed to. Apparently, Jimmy would like to do all the washing up for the next week. Oh, for the next year, not the next week. Next year. And yeah, there's lots of things. He doesn't like going to the cinema. And apparently it wasn't Jimmy we had at God's Own Camp in June. It was someone else altogether. Okay, Hannah, hold up your picture for everybody to see. Very impressive. Oliver, could you see by any chance under that?
I'm using some.
You're feeling the letter. Well, that's pretty impressive, to be fair, because apart from one letter, you've got Oliver. So well done. Excellent. So let's give them all another round of applause. Okay. So just tell me, how did it feel trying to do these activities in the dark?
Funny.
You thought it was funny? Jimmy, give me one word to describe how it felt. Hard. Hannah? You didn't know how to draw solar panels. I'm not sure I'd be able to do that with my sights and with lights, to be fair. Very impressive, though. And Oliver, what did you think?
Flashbacks of using techniques in the dark.
So it made everything more difficult, is that what you're saying, yeah? Excellent. Okay, let's give them another round of applause as they go and sit down. Okay, I'll be impressed if they can get all that off without spilling beads everywhere, but let's see. Don't worry, we'll get them afterwards. Don't worry, we'll get them afterwards. Okay, can you think of anything else that would be really hard to do in the dark? Have a think. What else would it be really difficult to do in the dark? Izzy? Walk and not bump into anything. Yeah, I struggle with that in the light as well, but you know. David?
Trying to dance using dance moves on a piece of paper in front of you.
That was a very complicated answer, but I think I know what you tried. Following instructions is what you were trying to say. Following dance instructions specifically. But I think following any instructions that were written down would be difficult, David, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't be able to see them. Exactly. Yes, right at the back. Eat. Yeah, without getting it everywhere. Exactly. Jimmy? Hide and seek. That would be... The hiding part would probably be quite easy, just not the seeking part. Grace? Playing board games. Exactly. A list goes on and on and on, doesn't it? And I wonder how you would feel about doing those things in the dark as well. You probably wouldn't be as confident as you would in the light. You'd probably be very unsure, maybe a bit scared. And it's clear to see that light helps us to see things clearly, and it helps us to know more information about what things look like, where they are, and it helps us to see the truth around us more clearly and to make the right choices because we know exactly what we're facing. Now, if you haven't already guessed what our topic for today is, we are coming close to the end of our I Am series, and today we are looking at Jesus saying, I am the light of the world. He helps us to better know and understand God. He helps us to see the truth and to understand the right way to live and to make better choices. Grace is going to come and do our Bible reading for today. Is she prepared? Has she got her Bible? And she's going to come and read John 8, verses 12 to 20.
When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The Pharisees challenged him. "Here you are, appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid." Jesus answered, "Even if I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is valid, for I know where I came from and where I am going. But you have no idea where I came from or where I am going. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one. But if I do judge, my decisions are true, because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me. In your own law it is written that the testimony of two witnesses is true. I am one who testifies for myself. My other witness is the Father who sent me." Then they asked him, "Where is your Father?" "You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." He spoke these words while teaching in the temple courts near the place where the offerings were put. Yet no one seized him because his hour had not yet come.
Brilliant reading. Thank you, Grace. Okay, so when God made the light, when God made the world, he created the sun to give us light. So why does the world need another light if we already have the sun that he's made? It seems to be doing already a very good job of giving us light. They said it was the brightest light that we had. Well, the Bible tells us that our world can be a very dark place. And it tells us that our hearts can be dark and in need of light. Many of the bad and sad things that go on around us are caused by a type of darkness in people's hearts that make them live their lives in a way that isn't right. God turned on the biggest and brightest light when Jesus was born. He came to bring light to us all and show us how to live in light and in goodness. His light is bright enough for everyone in the whole world. If you were walking in a dark place, a torch would help to keep you from stumbling over things. And Jesus said, "Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness." Like a torch, Jesus can light our way through life and show us the right way to live. Jesus wants to help us to not fall and stumble over problems in our life. He wants to be there to help us when we're feeling sad or lonely or helpless. He can also show us the way to bring light to the lives of other people, and we're going to think a little bit more about this later on. But for now, I'm going to hand back over to Liz, and we're going to sing one more song before Andy comes to speak to us.
Would you like to stand with us? This one has actions. I know I can count on you, Adam, to do the actions. Feel free to join in.